Senhores, boa noite, sejam bem-vindos. Eu sou o Panda. Hoje eu apertei o botão do áudio para gravar, né? Lógico, eu estou com camisa. Estou trazendo um método hoje simples de compreensão de deepfake. O deepfake ao lado vai ser representado em tempo real. Na gravação, lógico, mas em tempo real. Você vai ver a transformação. Você está vendo duas telas, uma tela com câmera e uma tela sem câmera. Na tela sem câmera, você está vendo a pessoa à frente da câmera, né? E na tela com câmera você vai ver a mudança do rosto escolhido pela pessoa na frente da câmera. Você vai ver a mudança em tempo real. O nome disso é um método deepfake. A mudança de fisionomia, de áudio, entre outras coisas que podem ser realizadas, mas você vai ver apenas a fisionomia nesse momento. Infelizmente, o deepfake é utilizado para alterar vídeos e mídias, trechos que são cortados e alterados para a necessidade de justificativa de falsas realidades. Por que isso é feito? Porque muitas das vezes as pessoas se encontram dentro de uma bolha ao qual elas querem justificar. Então o que acontece? Ela pega essa mídia e altera. Infelizmente isso acontece. A melhor maneira de se identificar deepfake, seja ela em vídeos, em filmagens, entre outros, é você observar se a mídia está filmada com menos de 420 pontos. Sim, a mídia de baixa qualidade é utilizada para, digamos que, impedir a identificação do deepfake, certo? Outro detalhe que se identifica muito é a falta de sincronismo entre o falar da boca, né, o mexer da boca com o áudio. Então observe isso, vocês estão vendo em tempo real. Logo depois eu vou mostrar um outro vídeo falando de man the middle. O método man the middle é o método de sequestro de rede que acontece. Vou estar colocando legendado. Como eu disse a vocês, no canal do Panda a gente vai trazer todo tipo de conteúdo. Para quê? Para que vocês possam aprender cada dia mais, um pouco mais. As pessoas que muitas das vezes utilizam o método man the middle são pessoas controladoras, opressoras e não compreendem que sua liberdade é importante e que quando elas tiram esse seu direito, elas estão cometendo crime. Infelizmente, é um método muito utilizado nos dias atuais. Sim, e pessoas que fazem jamais vão dizer para você que fazem. Então você precisa aprender a identificar esses métodos. Outro detalhe, engenharia social. Observe que estamos vivendo um contexto onde muita gente vive sorrindo, falando muito baixo, aquela coisa. Quando eu percebo uma pessoa falando muito calmamente, com aquela filosofia e tal, e começo a observar algumas discrepâncias da realidade. A realidade não é o que que eu vejo em filme, não. Do que eu sei, do que eu vivenciei, que eu vi à minha frente com aquilo que ela está falando, eu fico um pouco com o pé atrás. Você vai começar a aprender isso hoje, assistindo primeiro o deepfake, depois o man the middle, um vídeo que eu vou transmitir para você aqui, legendado, para que você, aqui no Brasil, compreenda o que pode estar acontecendo com todos nós. E lembre-se, engenharia social acontece no nosso dia a dia e às vezes não conseguimos identificar. Na verdade, todo esse tipo de hackeamento que muitas das vezes as pessoas passam, não é possível ser identificado por um cidadão comum. Infelizmente. Mas com o tempo, você assistindo alguns vídeos, outras coisas, você começa a criar uma metodologia de identificação que possa ser aperfeiçoada. Então, vamos partir do princípio que o deepfake é o primeiro conteúdo. Vamos lá, partir para o ataque agora. Pronto, senhores, vocês acabaram de vivenciar o método deepfake em tempo real para que vocês possam acompanhar como acontece. Agora imagine isso alterando o contexto, o enredo de um filme para justificar as mentiras criadas nas bolhas, no mundinho de cada homem. Infelizmente, esse método é muito utilizado pela escuridão, né, para que você perca a sua liberdade. Vou partir agora para o método man in the middle, certo? Porque o método man in the middle é importante se levar em conta, porque o método man in the middle é um sequestro de rede. Vamos partir agora para o método man in the middle legendado.
If this can happen to me, I promise you, it can happen to anyone. Hacking happens all the time. The thing that concerns me is not so much the fact that the information is available. All of this information you can buy from Google. What concerns me is how did they get this information? My phone number, my address, my age, my marital status, my preferences. Once you get the information into a database, it will be hacked and something we should be concerned about. But far more concerning to me is how did it happen? It happened because companies like Google and Facebook acquire data on every one of us, what blogs we're visiting, even our messages that we pass on Facebook, our instant messages on Twitter are accessible. And these things are collected so that we have no privacy. Every router that's in use, accessible to hackers, to the CIA, that they can take over the control of the router. They can monitor all of the traffic, and worse, they can download malware into any device that is connected to that router. So I personally never connect to any Wi-Fi system. Every router in America has been compromised. We have all known this, and we've been warning about it for years. Nobody pays attention until something like WikiLeaks comes up and says, look, this is what's happening. Then the world goes, oh, but we've been saying it for years. And it is devastating in terms of the impact on American privacy, our individual privacy, because once the router is compromised and it infects the cell phones that are attached, your laptop, your desktop computer, your tablet, then they become compromised. And not only can you watch the data, you can start listening to conversations. You can start watching through the cameras on these devices. If you actually go to Starbucks and get on the free Wi-Fi, you're being very foolish, because not only is the router compromised at Starbucks, but there are people in Starbucks that have devices pretending to be Wi-Fi. And you're connecting to them sometimes. And they're monitoring all of your traffic, reading your emails, and your text messages. I use the LTE on my phone. I know that sounds crazy, but that's the only way that I can be secure. A specialist in cybersecurity, my phone was hacked through my carrier, AT&T. And what happened, this is brand new to me, they managed to hack into AT&T to move my phone number to another phone. Prior to being hacked, my phone was totally disabled. You couldn't call into it. I could not call out from it. So everything coming in, including my text messages, went to another phone number. So what they had done is they tried to log on to Twitter, so I've lost my password. I used two-factor authentication, meaning I have to give Twitter my phone number. They sent to my phone number a special code so that I could get in, but it wasn't me, it was the hacker. This is something totally out of my control, totally out of everyone's control. Hackers are becoming more and more proficient and more sophisticated in their hacking techniques. If this can happen to me, I promise you, it can happen to anyone. It's not just all the apps we use, it's not just Twitter. A recommendation for the new alternative coins, alternative to Bitcoins, cryptocurrencies. People would invest hundreds of millions of dollars into these coins. What the hacker did was he recommended 6 different coins within 6 minutes and invested, I'm sure, much money beforehand into those coins. As the coins rose, the hacker sold his money. He may have made tens of millions of dollars. If they can do it for me, again, they can do it for anyone. We're living in a new world of hacking and a new world of risks for all of us using the internet. If your carrier is the one who's being hacked, I don't care how foolproof your smartphone is, it's not going to work. So my smartphone would not help in this case. It wouldn't do anything. If your carrier, if someone has intercepted the signal to your phone and they shunt it to some other phone, there's nothing that my phone can do. My phone can help you from applications that get on your phone, but no, it could not have prevented this. I mean, that's nonsense. What happened to me is not a threat, but there's a great threat to all miners. There's a great threat to all people who hold cryptocurrencies. Most people do not keep their currencies on their own wallet. They use wallets on the exchanges. Now, if I were a hacker trying to hack into wallets and get money, I wouldn't search around the world for individuals that had their wallets. No, I would go to an exchange. And the exchanges have billions of dollars in cryptocurrency. So yes, they're all at risk. Everybody says, no, we are secure. That has been proven over and over and over again to be absolute nonsense, beginning with Mt. Gox a couple of years ago, where hundreds of millions of dollars were lost. This will continue to happen until people, the owners of the exchanges, understand that the world they are in is far more sophisticated in terms of hacking than they believe. And I promise you, every exchange will at some point in the near future get hacked. And if you have your wallet on those exchanges, you will lose your money because they do not have the resources to reimburse you. It's insane to say, if you have nothing to hide, you have nothing to fear. We are humans. Now, something that you may not know is that over half of all smartphones, both iOS and Android, are infected with keystroke logging software. Every pornography site in the world, how do you think they make their money? This is the issue. It costs millions of dollars to maintain these massive databases and have the bandwidth to disperse this pornography. And yet you don't pay? Yes, you'll pay. The instant you visit the site, if you have an Android, for example, the site runs a JavaScript which sets the download unauthorized application flag. The very first video that you watch, you clicked, you did something. Downloads, first and foremost, a remote rooting function. If it's an iPhone, a remote jailbreaking program. All can be remotely rooted now. After it's rooted, they download a keylogger, and all this takes just a matter of seconds. And from that point on, somebody is watching every single one of your keystrokes. Now, people pay these pornography sites for the ability to put their keylogging software on your phones. Why? Maybe you do online banking, all right? You have a password, you have an application. The very first time you've logged into your bank to check your balance or do anything, they go, thank you very much. And the next day, your bank balance will disappear. Now, why has this not happened to you already? Because hackers are not stupid. In order to take something, they have to download additional software. If they only take 400 or 500 people's bank accounts in one day, then the next day the white hat hackers are going to say, this is how they did it. Everybody, you can protect yourself. No, they're going to wait until one day this year or next year, and 100 million people in one day are going to have your bank accounts eradicated. Zero balance. Or your identity will be stolen, or your Bitcoin wallet will be emptied, or maybe they've been watching your keystrokes to see if, maybe you're saying something to a friend or a lover that maybe could compromise you. Maybe they can blackmail you. So this is why this is being done. And the Russian cyber mafia and the Chinese cyber mafia are so powerful. They pay literally hundreds of millions of dollars to these pornography sites to allow them to access your smartphone so that at some point they can utilize that. Just something to think about. What is the cloud? We haven't thought this through, people. The cloud is a place where I'm going to store data. I don't know what computer it's on or even what country it's in. I don't know who is managing it and monitoring it and controlling it. I don't know what type of security facilities you have. I know nothing. And I'm willing to put my valuable data there? No. Why would we do that? And why do we use the cloud? We use it because it makes life easy. I can access my data from anywhere and from any device, on an airplane, my smartphone, my laptop, who cares? It would have to be a new type of cloud, a cloud that you, as the user, have control over to the extent that you get to choose the location of your data. The ridiculousness of wallets, keep in mind that if you've been to a pornography site, someone's watching you anyway. As soon as you install the wallet, you just gave up your wallet to any hacker who wants access to it. To keep the wallet on any intelligent device, whether it's your laptop, your desktop, or any mobile device, that's insane. It will get stolen. The world is changing rapidly. The entire world is teetering on the edge of a cliff, dangerously, where we are allowing these devices to basically become our masters rather than the other way around. And these devices are spy devices. We buy them so they can spy on us, and that's creating a great deal of danger. It would be a horrific world. It should be waking people up, but instead we're still drawn into this tiny little colorful entertaining screen. The most secure it's this one, the one that I carry, and it's the Samsung S7. And the reason is it is the only phone that cannot be remotely rooted or remotely jailbroken.
Sim, senhores, isso aí é o que acontece no nosso dia a dia. Infelizmente, as pessoas hoje não dão mais atenção e o quanto a tecnologia está sendo utilizada contra nós. Não, a tecnologia não está só sendo usada para furtar dados, mas para manipular a vocês também, a mim, a todos nós. Se vocês perceberem, eu estou usando o computador de meu falecido pai. Meu falecido pai deixou um outro HD algum tempo atrás, né? Minha mãe pediu, não, que eu vou pegar, eu dei para ela. O que acontece? Ela está com HD até hoje, eu não vi mais esse HD. Eu estou usando o computador do meu pai. E estou usando uma rede Wi-Fi. Estou usando a câmera aberta. Por que eu uso a câmera aberta? Porque, senhores, aquelas pessoas que utilizam o método indevido para manipular, alterar, criar, e inclusive utilizam o deepfake, né, para dar cheio de sorriso no rosto, às vezes, né, falando baixo, aquela coisinha toda, são pessoas que muitas das vezes são manipuladoras. Acontece muito isso em todos os lugares do mundo. Isso aqui foi a melhor descrição que ele deu. E diga vocês observaram que o áudio mudou no meio do caminho? Sim, aquele não é o Mac-App. Quando ocorreu aquela alteração de áudio, vocês observam que não é o Mac-App falando, mas é uma pessoa que está reunindo um grande grupo para fazer alguma coisa acontecer. Eu digo a você, essa pessoa, ele criou um grupo maravilhoso no mundo para lutar contra essas coisas. Então, sejam bem-vindos, deixem seu like, compartilhem. Eu disse a vocês que iria trazer um novo conteúdo. Falei do meu HD, do computador, sem problema. Vou estar postando agora para vocês. Deixem seu like, compartilhem e vamos nessa para frente.